Okay, so we're going to record Let's Play series Lakeburg Legacies. And we'll start this off with a launch tutorial. So I have it set on endless setting. So I'll continue this gameplay during the series. So we'll start off as journeyman and well, I've been playing journeyman and scholar in my games, so let's start off as, okay, so you can start off as an apprentice, a novice, so you can start off as a novice for economy, and so the positive effect of services, basic production, negative effect. So I have found that as you get up, so if you play as novice, positive effect on apprentice, so your basic resources, okay, so if you're journeyman and you've got a novice economy, starting at 20%, but if I put it as journeyman, let's go novice for economy and journeyman for no. Okay, let's just go with journeyman and not, let's just go with apprentice, building, slot. But if we go journeyman, let's do journeyman because we don't have any applied modifiers. But a scholar, building prices by, okay, so let's do journeyman, and let's click on play. Okay, so this is a new game that I'm starting. I've been playing this game for a while. It's really addicting, and I didn't want to do a series on it without it being multiplayer saves because it's that addicting for me. Okay, so we got the introduction. Welcome to Lakeburg, my child. My name is Tindra, and I'm a psychic. Like my mother and her mother before her, I am an expert in lonely hearts. I just love weddings. Spicing up other people's lives and finding them a soulmate is my whole life. Okay. A vision led me to this God-forsaken hole. With a little luck and a lot of seduction, Lakeburg can become a true haven of love, and you will assist me with this goal. What? Yes, you were in my vision, and now we've got work to do. You'll find my cart nearby, so knock on my door when you find someone to marry. Allow me to introduce you ladies, your first villager, whose descent will form the very foundation of Lakeburg. Let us find him an occupation. Hey, let's put him in the lumberjack lodge. Okay. In order to produce higher quantities, lumberjack must have a good athletic skill. In order to produce quickly, lumberjacks must have a good strength stat. And lumberjacks will be happier if they belong to the peasants class. The impact on their morale will be reduced. Future villagers will be sorted depending on their potential to work in the displayed building. Drag and drop the villager on the working slot. Okay, so before I do that, we've got Euades Odo. His main profession, he's qualified for lumberjack, mason, and man of the evening. So he's got a 6 in intelligence. He's got a 5 in strength. Reduces the following occupations: production time. Reduces the loss of life expectancy during work time. He's got a number 4 in dexterity. Reduces the following occupations. Basis 4, trait 0. And then he's got a 3 in charisma. Okay, so these numbers are important as well, from what I have gathered in playing the game. So his aspiration is strong. So his traits: he's shy, greedy, and depressive. I don't know if that's good or not. And an inherited trait is smart. So he will give the smart trait. Now with the new update, you can now customize your character. So let's change Odo's hair, Euades' hair. So let's change his hair here and the back. We're going to make it a little bit different. Eyebrows, let's change his eyebrows. His eyes are fine. His nose, okay. And let's change his mouth a little bit here. Let's change his facial hair to fit the year. So let's give him that type of facial hair, okay, since he's a lumberjack. And we'll give him the shorter hair. There we go. And let's change his hair color a little bit. Okay. And we'll darken up his, no, we'll darken up, there we go. Put his skin color here. So let's confirm that. And now, his likes are paintings, feasting, and divination, and his dislikes are cuddles, dancing, and the art of war. Okay. Future villagers will be sorted depending on their potential to work in the displayed building. Okay, so let's put him here. Now let me start the clock again. Let us wait for UADs to finish chopping his first batch of wood. Okay. So we're going to finish, and while he's doing that, we're going to look at their cannery. So the cannery shows all of the supplies, like their vegetables, meat, clothes, bread, fish, fruits, paintings, jewelry, furniture, beer, tools, weapons, wheat, leather, stone, animals, and iron. So as the buildings get developed, these will take effect. And if you click on details, this one right here tells you the wood is plus 50, so the building production is 51, needs is -1. So if it's in the red, his needs, okay, so he just finished, so he developed 16 wood. And we can hold up to 500 before we have to increase. So his needs, so he needs housing. With these freshly chopped planks, we can build a nice house for our young UADs. From the village, go to the house's view. So we can build him a house. And with a bit of elbow grease, one can achieve great things, you know. Okay. This is where you all make your home sweet home. So we're going to put him in there. All right, this is getting boring. Let us find the perfect partner for UADs. Send him to me from the village. Okay. So let's click on her. Meeting someone. Farewell. Singleness. Hello, coupledom. Okay. What is it thou art seeking, my child? Meeting someone. Farewell, singleness. Hello, coupleness. Okay, so we want to find your soulmate. You can choose the suitor's gender. In Lakeburg, villagers have no sexual preferences, and gay couples can adopt children. For UADs, for now, UADs is alone in town. We need to broaden our field of research. Ask me to present him with some people living in our future village. Village's surroundings. Meeting someone. The most important ingredient for a lasting relationship is to find someone with whom your villager has a good affinity. Okay. That way, the ideal suitor will share the same likes and dislikes as your bachelor. It's important to remember the suitor's likes or dislikes so that you know what topics to bring up during dates. After the wedding, the suitor will move into Lakeburg. Don't forget to make sure they're a good recruit. Now it's the time to make your choice. Only ask for a few hearts to fuel my crystal ball and propose a new suitor. Social thought. Scroll through the various profiles and choose a suitor. So she has an average affinity, but they are both peasants. They both like painting, and they do not like the art of war, but feasting and cuddles. Feasting, now he likes divination. She does not like divination. He likes feasting, she doesn't like treats, so feasting and not him liking feasting and her not liking treats. They're sort of good but not. Now he's an artisan. What I want to try to do is I want to try to keep the classes. I've tried this in a couple of other games, trying to keep the classes together, because once the royal family comes into effect, it's easier that way to keep the classes sort of together in a way. Like the affinities, she likes Tindra focuses on the affinities. The affinity is good, but if you want to do a game that just, you want to focus on finding the right class for them. And back then, you didn't see a peasant with an artisan. So we're going to go no. And you definitely didn't see them with a noble, even if they did have the same legs. Now Neville's a peasant, but they've only got one thing in common. Okay, so Joan. Well, we're back to average, so this could be a toss-up. Because his 3 likes are painting, feasting, and divination. Hers is dealing muscles and treats. So it's going to be a hit or a miss. So if we click on yes. Now, Tindra says, if you don't remember your suitor's hobbies, have no fear. You will find here a little reminder before your rendezvous. So we can actually, so let's just roll with the flow. The aim to bring up the topics they like and share their dislikes. Failing that, staying on neutral ground is a safe bet. If you have a memory lapse, my crystal ball can help you. So let's see, let's go with this one. Well done, this marriage is in the bag. Let the 2 lovebirds continue dating so they strengthen their love before tying the knot for life, if they so wish. So they've got 1 heart. As a big woman with big muscles, Joan is proud of their ability to lift, hit, and break almost anything with their bare hands. Let's continue this charming rendezvous with a nice bottle. You ladies and Joan are spending time at the inn emptying a few glasses. Will the warm atmosphere help them break the ice? Let's try this one. Oh, I guess it's a loss. Okay, we didn't get this one. Joan is eager to take out her sword, threaten Euades, and make him retract what he said. Uh-oh. How about going for a nice boat ride on the lake? Hopefully she won't sink. The stiff won't sink. Euades and Joan are enjoying a boat ride on the lake's tranquil waters. Considering how romantic it is, would now be the ideal time to go for it. Uh-oh. Joan, who loves sitting on a bench and criticizing passers-by, doesn't share the same opinion. Well, they're a match, but they only got 1 heart. So their affinity is average. Penalty depends. Affinity primarily depends on hobbies, influences, the relationships, evolution, including marriage. So their base is 40. So they've only got a 2% natural attractiveness, and they're 0% on everything else. Let us rejoice. We are gathered here today to celebrate the union between you ladies and Joan. Do you promise each other love, honesty, and fidelity till death do you part? Well, he needs to have a mate, so let's go, I do. By the powers vested in me today, I hereby declare you both as officially wedded. You may kiss. Let the party begin. Congratulations on you ladies and Joan's wedding. Now I'm counting on you to make Lakeburg grow for the years to come. Have the village thrive and become as prestigious as possible. Here is a list of objectives to achieve so you can increase your prestige score. Whatever happens, remember to have at least one villager around so Lakeburg doesn't become some ghost town. If you find it difficult to follow everything happening in Lakeburg all at once, you can use the filters to monitor specific details or display information by level of importance. So far, I was in charge of time, but now it's your turn. You can make it go faster or pause. Right, I'll go now. Recruit new people, marry them, and forge long-lasting relationships. Okay, so this one says, you ladies, Otto and Joan Everett, have met and now share the following relationship, loveless marriage. So they're in a loveless marriage now. So we want to increase their relationship. So let's couples history. It is possible to give a couple's love a little boost with a gift. In a couple, love is divided into several steps. If its level falls to 0, the couple will automatically break up. According to its love step, the couple will produce more or less hearts and prestige. The very love will determine the couple's chance of spontaneously having a child, regardless of whether the couple is homosexual or heterosexual. It is therefore unnecessary to ask future parents to procreate or adopt. They know what to do. If you want a couple to become parents, you need to have one child room ready. If you want your two villagers to abandon their parenting plans, you can decide to have them abstain. Now, if the waiting really becomes unbearable, you may spend a few hearts to have a child join the household a few months later. If a couple is at wit's end, you may decide to facilitate a breakup. So we can actually click on you ladies. There are 8 groups, social relationships. When two villagers share a relationship, the latter can evolve positively or negatively, depending on their interactions. A relationship may also change groups. To create a relationship between two villagers to make it evolve, you may have them greet each other. The results may depend on their shared affinity and especially their common interests. Note that some relationships can be so memorable that they will never be forgotten, even if both villagers have no further impact on each other's life. So we have marriage, we have happy family, we have troubled family, we have friendship, enmity, romance, lust, mentorship, exploitation, adultery, and we have memorable relationships. So let's put Joan in here. And let's turn this on. So now, Joan and Euades have been chatting for hours at the inn. Suddenly, Euades poured his beer on Joan, completely soaking the poor soul. How will she react? So, will Joan laugh, or will she smile politely? Let's check smile politely. Euades apologized, offering to mop the table with his own jacket and buy the next round. Although still soaked, Joan was moved by such kindness. So that actually increased their heart level. So now their relationship is between 25 and 50%. So we can get them to spend some more time together. So if you automatically put them up there, your hearts will increase if you have couples spending time together. Now she's unemployed, so we'll let them spend some time together. Let's greet. So, we got another. The character sheet sums up all you need to know about each villager and each and every villager. This area displays all the information you need to choose a villager's future occupation. And a villager's class defines the impact of their occupation on their morale. When a villager works in a job associated with a class different from theirs, they will join that class after a while. So it seems that if a peasant moved into an artisan job, they will eventually become an artisan, and they will move up from the peasant class. Same as if an artisan did a job of a peasant, eventually they would become lower in class status. Each character aspires to a certain field of work. When they're doing a job requiring a skill associated with that domain, they get more XP. Reminders. Stats impact your villager's production time. Skills impact your villager's production quantity. This area sums up what makes your character unique. Personality traits are passed on to one's own children or apprentices via education at the various stages of their development. Congenital traits are biologically passed on to procreated children. Life traits sums up the villager's state or feelings of at any given time. And life expectancy indicates if a villager is about to meet their maker. This gauge is reduced every month. Morale impacts a villager's production time. If it is a negative, it affects the life expectancy lost every month. This area sums up the needs of a village must satisfy to be at the top of their physical and mental capacities. The citizenship level increases on the villager as the villager spends more time in the village. For each level, the villager gains a new yearly need to satisfy. When an essential or convenience need is satisfied, the village gains a positive trait, allowing them to be at an optimal capacity. For luxury needs, prestige is gained instead. When essential needs are not satisfied, they gain a negative trait that impacts the villager's life expectancy, among other things. So his annual needs are wood. So his wood's not satisfied yet, so it looks like he needs 365 to be satisfied. But now we need to have a farm. So, okay, so we need to build a farm. So, let's build a farm. Okay, so Joan's potential, so she has potential as a farmer, so let's move her in here. There we go. Now, let's automatically upgrade so that she's producing vegetables as well as wheat. There we go. Okay. So now if we go back to U80s, okay, so his vegetable needs. So with the farmer, his wood is pretty much satisfied almost. Now her wood needs are satisfied. So she's got a grateful for life. Now he's embarrassed. Oh, so he got the embarrassed trait from the other event. Okay. So now we're going to do a recruitment. So recruitment. Lakeburg is in need of manpower. Check out the profiles of potential future recruits and choose the best one to make your village thrive. If you don't like the current profile, you may ask another neighbor to apply. You can also wait for other people to show up spontaneously at the village. So recruit number 1. Oh, that was quick. So mason, painter, and actress. And then we have a livestock farmer, a gatherer, and a man of the evening. So we're going to need a mason. But not quite yet. But a livestock farmer can be a farmer. So we will bring him in. And we will put him in here. Work morale. When 2 or more workers are toiling together on a daily basis, it's essential to maintain a good ambiance. Problematic workers and ambience are marked with a bomb. If they're trivial, they're marked with suspension points. As for nice workers and ambience, they are marked with flowers. The overall working ambiance suits up the various relationships between all workers in a building. It impacts production time. Okay. So they're both doing well. Oh, we got another recruiter passing by. Fisherwoman, miner, mason, hunter. Oh, so he can be a hunter and a mason. So we're probably going to need a hunter next. So let's recruit him. Now, mason, hunter, and fisherman. Okay. Ernesto and Bianco are in town. They offer to buy resources produced in their village. In the village. They are not 54 gold. Gold is a very important resource, allows you to upgrade buildings, recruit new villagers, etc. If you're ever in dire need of gold, know that Bianca, the llama, is far more compatible with element. What? With what? Corruptible than MS. The llama is far more corruptible than Ernesto. With a bit of petting and some food, she'll come back without delay with her faithful companion. Okay, so let's barter. Okay, so we've given them some gold. Now we've got to build a couple of houses. So build. And we're going to move Lakeburg. Okay. And then we're going to build another house. And move Beaumont in. Okay. There we go. Okay, so recruit. So she is a noble, but she is livestock farmer. She can be an innkeeper and also a farmer. So everybody is satisfied right now. But Joan and Euades are still in a loveless marriage. So if we go to their house, uh-oh, they're on the verge of divorce. Oh no. Can we spend some time together? That won't be good if they're on the verge of divorce. Not good at all. I knew that was going to happen. To love and to leave. After a seemingly never-ending marriage, Euades and Joan decided to break up and go their separate ways on their own. Well, all right. Epistolary romance. Lothar almost never leaves his home, preferring to have a correspondence with people he will never meet. Beaumont happens to stumble upon one of those letters at a friend's and finds the style rather interesting. How could he approach the author? Start a correspondence. It seemed more appropriate not to upset Lothar's habits. Therefore, Bohemond grabbed the best quill to join the circle of his correspondence, taking care not to reveal his identity, which quickly caught Lothar's attention. Some rather suggestive and languid exploratory exchanges followed, but the relationship remained platonic and tinged with mystery for now. Okay, so I can't open anything yet. Recruitment. We need a lumberjack, another lumberjack. So let's recruit her. Because we need to keep the flow of wood. So let's put Sigrid in there so that they can keep producing the wood. So Mason, Hunter, and Man of the Evening. So in the meantime, let's put one as a lumberjack for now. And put one as a farmer for now. We can't move her as a farmer yet, because we don't have enough wood. But we can barter and get some more gold. Okay, so Mason lumberjack. So let's recruit him as a lumberjack as well. Okay. So we're going to recruit. Now, he's also a hunter, so we're going to move him from there to over here, since he's a hunter as well. Then we're going to put him in as a lumberjack till we get the mason back. And then we're going to put her in as a farmer. There. So, and, okay, so now we're going to do couples. Oh wait, we got another recruitment. What's this recruitment? Baker, seamster. Let's go recruit the seamster. So he has a crush on Beaumont, so let's put them together. There are several single villagers in Lakeburg, but don't worry, I'd never propose members of one's own family. Now, they've got a secret crush on one another, so let's do them a date. Let good digestion wait on an appetite. Wait an appetite. Lothar and Beaumont share the same taste in terms of good food. Let's continue this charming rendezvous with a nice bottle. They're in Beaumont spending the time in the inn emptying a few glasses. Will the atmosphere help break the ice? Talk about the benefits of meditation. Focus on present moments. Let's try it. And that's 2. What luck. Beaumont is also keen on the subject. Why don't they look for some tranquil place to meditate together? See, what about going up the hill to enjoy the moonlight? Criticize dancers and every other activity involving moving in rhythm. Say money creates more problems than it solves. Beaumont also thinks gold should be distributed equally among all. Come on, baby, eat the rich. And they got 3 out of 3 hearts. So it turns out if they have a crush, it works. Let us rejoice. We are gathered here today to celebrate the union between Lothar and Beaumont. Do you promise each other love, honesty, and fidelity until death do you part? I'm going to click I do. By the powers vested in me today, I hereby declare you both as officially wedded. You may kiss. Let the party begin. Congratulations. And they've met. Male Carrie and Sigrid, and they've got a good affinity with each other. So what do we have to barter? So let's barter for some gold. All right. So what does he? Seamster, livestock farmer, and prankster. So we can actually put him in. Oh, we can't put him anywhere yet. Is not okay. So in order for him to find a mate, we have to pair him up with he's got a good affinity with Joan, so let's try pairing him up with Joan, even though they're different classes. Male and spending time at the inn in emptying a few glasses. Will the warm atmosphere help them break the ice? Let's try this one. And no, that doesn't work. Shoot. They both agree. If Lakeburg could banish all musicians, the village would be calmer and Sigrid would be happier. See, what about going up the hill to enjoy the moonlight? Talk about the importance of big cuddles in a relationship. And no, that's not going to work. Crap. Okay. So they've only got 1 heart, but they got a good affinity. High chance of triggering. Well, let's try them. I do. Okay, so we're going to build a mason shop. Okay. So we've got a mason here. So we're going to move him over to here. By default, unemployed villagers are provided, and they are sorted according to their potential, from highest to lowest. Use the filters to find diamonds in the rough, even if it means rummaging for them in another building, which I just did. Okay, so let's upgrade. So we have a little bit more. Uh-oh, we got our first distasteful relationship. So we're married to Sigrid, but we have a bad infinity with Ralph. Okay, so we have an animosity relationship with Ralph. Alright, but we have an excellent relationship with Sigrid. They just don't like working together. Recruitment. Lumberjack. How many lumberjacks do we have? I got 2, so we need another lumberjack. Or hunter. Or mason, actually. Let's go and recruit a mason, so that we can have another mason in here. And so we're going to have to recruit another hunter. Because we got 3 farmers. We've got 2 lumberjacks, which we need another one. And we've got 1 hunter. Shouldn't we try a little tenderness? Not getting how one can live without tenderness, Hubert offers to hug everyone. Like Chloe and Joan, some like Chloe and Joan love the idea, but others find it embarrassing. Hubert's relatives are a little worried for his mental health. What should we do? Nothing, that's great. Love will conquer all. No, we won't bring. Oh, May Carey and Hubert Winterville have met and now share the following relationship acquaintance. Okay, so they have a good relationship. Well, he can become a farmer, but he's going to have to remain unemployed for a bit. We can barter. No, we don't want to barter any because we need. Okay, so let's build a sewing workshop. And that's where Ralph will come in. And we want to upgrade his production. Okay. Barter. Okay, let's barter. Recruit. Huntress. Okay, so let's recruit another huntress, but though she can become a seamstress as well. So let's put her in the hunter's cabin. Oh, hold on. I'll put her in the hunter's cabin in a minute. Oh, we got another animosity. Sigrid and Mayor Jimbone have met and now share the following relationship insignificant. So they're enemies. Well, no. They're not enemies. They got an average affinity. So they're not enemies, but they don't hate each other neither. Okay, so let's put her over here. So she can join the hunter's cabin. So now we've got 2, 2, 2, and 3. So, which is good. But we've got to build some houses. So let's move Neil and Sigrid in here. And then we're going to build another house. And we will move, no. We're going to move it there. Okay, so let's do couples. In Lakeburg. So, no. So he has a good affinity with Joan, so let's click yes. And let's just go with Tinder's gift. Should we go with Tinder's gift? Let's go with Tinder's gift, which will automatically match them. Oh, they've actually got 2 hearts. Okay. So they're actually going to be a good match. All right. So Eurydice and Sigrid they've met and they're good. Now, if you look on this character sheet, you're going to see on the profiles relationships. He's got a good relationship with Sigrid. Now it shows his ex-wife Joan, and it shows that they were married. So the relationship, like it said before, the relationship does not, it still stays in the relationship panel, but that piece of paper shows that it was a past relationship. Or I found by playing other games that it could be a romance and that person married somebody else. Baker, butcher, innkeeper, farmer, lumberjack. Oh. Miner, fisherman, butcher. Legacies and Sigrid, relationship friend. Okay, so now they're friends. Let's do couples. Let's do Lakeburg. Oh, it's bad. Oh, so he actually has an excellent relationship with her. So let's click yes. Oh. I was hoping I'd get into star. Okay, so they've got an excellent affinity. So we have these. We have Laughlin and Bowman, we have Maple and Singrid, and we have Hubert and Joan. And now we need another house for Ralph and Arian. Okay, so they've made a house. They've got an excellent affinity. So he's an excellent affinity with her. Okay. And Chloe is the only one left. Let's do recruitment. And let's go with minor. We're going to need a minor next. I think. Now, if we put him over here, what is thou seeking, my child? Find your soulmate. Let's go Lakeburg. Oh. New 80s. Oh, well, let's try them then. Cool. What a delightful idea. You 80s loves to boo and accusate people all the more when they're guilty. Everything seems to be fine, so what about a boat ride on the lake? Ask Eurydice for his divinary. Oh, okay, let's have a drink. Talk about the latest clothing trends. Oh, that's cool. Nothing beats discussing marvelous royal outfits to create bonds. So Eurydice has found a better soulmate. They've got two. Forest fire. Lakeburg awoke to the strong smell of burning and thick smoke started stinging eyes and throats. The forest is on fire, equipped with buckets and containers of all descriptions. Many villagers tried to extinguish the fire, while others cleared flammable objects to try and halt its progress. It was a success, but wood stocks took a heavy toll. Marion Bonet and Dragomir Doriev met and now share the following insignificant. Oh, well, they don't like each other neither. Huh? Let's barter for some more money. Okay, and let's do some recycling. Okay. So Chloe is the only one left standing right now. So she's the only single one. Okay. Let's give her a house. Let's give Chloe a house. Let's give her a house. Let's move Chloe in here. She's 30 years old. She needs a house of her own. Okay. So we can't build anything yet. So they've got an excellent relationship. Secret. Okay. So Chloe, let's see who we can find for you. Well, we have to go outside of the village. Average. Livestock farmer. So he's also a farmer. So let's click yes. What? Look, Slavomir is also keen on the subject. Why don't they look for some tranquil place to meditate together? Say, what about going up on the hill to enjoy the moonlight? Accuse stray cats for every problem. Oh, Slavomir dislikes talking about people who are not there to hear it. So much for Chloe. Let's have a drink. Ask Slavomir for his opinion on divinary procurrencies. Slavmir's fortune teller had recently warned him to watch for down-to-earth people. Well, we've got one, so let's try it because she's getting up there in age. So we need her to let's put him in the Mason field right now. Let's put him as a Mason for right now. And Slavomir as... No, we can't put him as a farmer. But what if we put him... What if we put him in the sewing place right now? There, we'll put him in there. For now, so he has a job. It seems your population needs to be healed. Let's click anywhere to continue. Health is a service need. Some stages of its gauge correspond to a negative trait that may. Their traits are particularly powerful to watch out for. It seems this new building is the reason for the people's sudden loss of health. Okay, so let's take him out of there afterwards. Unemployed, so then we just put her right there for now, because we need somebody. Well, a village is performing an illicit occupation, they trigger a negative effect, the power of which is determined by the workers. get skill. In return, the need for the associated service help in this case will be less important. Okay, so this is an illicit occupation. In return, the need for the associated service help in this case will be less important. As for other activities, production time depends on one stat. The less an illicit worker is productive, the better he is for the village. Oh. No, I never really paid a whole lot of attention to that. Oh. And then Lisa Nash have met and are now share farm relationships acquaintance. Now, peasant's health. Buildings, rodent's nest, minus 13. Plus 20% chance to add that has a cold trait to a random villager every 90 days. Oh. So Mayfield and Singrid had a new baby. No, they didn't just have a baby. Wades and Dragomir just had one. So we have 3 children. What? They just had... What? After a seemingly never-ending marriage, Euades and Dragomir decided to break up and go their separate ways on their own. Well... Okay, I didn't expect that one. Well, okay. So he's left with the small child, and Dragomir decided to leave him, and he's, well, no wonder he's 22. Oh, and what's her face come into the picture, I bet. So now he's more to, oh, so now he's more depressed than ever. He already has the depressive trait. So all his needs are satisfied except for, okay, so we need to get, one of your inhabitants wants some meat, but you're not producing any yet. Bah, nothing a hunter's cabin can't fix. Some buildings can produce 2 types of resources. For that, you need to unlock the multi-purpose grade. So let's actually add some meat to that, so the hunters can go and do that. Okay. And obviously you're no longer able to meet the inhabitants' need for this resource. You need to find a solution with those producing it. Okay. So we need to build a bakery. So we need to build a bakery. Dragomir was taking a walk in the forest around Lakeburg when he found mushrooms, the likes of which he'd never seen before, and they looked delicious. Being both curious and gourmet, Dragomir wanted to have a taste. Let's give it a try. The mushrooms didn't have a good taste. Perhaps they should have been cooked first. Either way, Dragomir didn't have time to wonder. The world started spinning and colors became strange. When he turned around, he came face to face with a leprechaun. Scream. Dragomir ran away screaming at Leprechaun, but leprechauns don't exist. Unfortunately, Dragomir didn't go very far. The world was still spinning, and he got his foot caught in some roots. Turning around, he saw the leprechaun running towards him, but the creature suddenly became a ginger, before turning into a squirrel. And then the ground stopped moving. What just happened? I feel sick. So move Selthamir into the farming. That's the right position that he needs to be in. Okay, and barter. No, I won't do that right now. So stocks. Each resource has its own stock equal to its maximum capacity, which you may increase for a certain amount of gold. It's up to you to decide whether the investment necessary to meet your needs. You can check out your resources production consumption ratio here. You can get more details as your resources varies production and consumption resources. So they got enough, but so they've got enough meat. Now, Dragomir, let's see. Find your soulmate in Lakeburg. Oh, there we go. So he's more for noble. Let's see. Let's go with tender's gift. He's got another noble for his class. So maybe that'll filter his. Okay, so we don't have any of the bad infinities, so let's see if we can find something around. Oh, here's a good torn. Let's click yes with the date. That was weapons of war. All right. Slaughtered population, ravaged villages, nothing good goes for more. Continue the charming with nice bottle. Ladies in returning are spending time at the inn. That was really the school, no. Well, there's still a match anyway. So they've got it better. Uh-oh. We have somebody. Lothar is entered into an affair with the twin. And he just got married too. Oh, you bad boy. That is not good. You just got married. You just married your 80s. And you're entering into no wonder you got a loveless marriage, but let's bring that up a bit, will we? Let's give him some added hearts. So he had a bad relationship with him. So he has a bad relationship with family. Those are his parents. Okay, so that tells his parents right there. Okay. But you were carrying on an affair with Lothar. And Lothar, you're married to Bowman. And you have a baby too. Oh, good grief, Charlie Brown. That's never good. Miriam and Bowman have met and now share an acquaintance relationship. Okay, so recruitment. Lumberjack. So let's recruit a lumberjack. Okay. So we're going to add him to the lumberjack. There we go. And Victorian, you are fisherman, butcher, and taster. Okay. Ladies, you are a rat trainer, so we need. So let's take Adam and we put him together with Annalise. Oh no, that's not going to work. We got a bad affinity. So let's give him homes first. And you should reserve your house first because you've been a resident longer. So I'm going to barter some wood. There we go. Now, so let's see if we can find you a spouse. So find your soulmate. So they have an average affinity, so let's put yes, and let's put them on a date. The world is way too superficial for Paul. Nobody even knows how to dress in the morning anymore. I thought honored to be having a bad affinity. The sole barbaric concept is merely a pretext to kill people and inflict pain. Not a problem. Paul is all for it. Say, why not start like right now? Ingrid and Paul, insignificant, so they don't really hate each other, but oh, they do have a really bad affinity for one another. Good. Not really tall. A child is old enough to be mentored. Okay, so let's see. Blanche, she is the child of Lothar and Bowman, and she's old enough to be mentored. So, baker, innkeeper, and healer. So, but we don't have a bakery yet. We need to build a bakery. Bad omens. According to rumor, the world's end is nigh, and everything will soon disappear in a gigantic explosion of evil magic. Sigrid believes that the apocalyptic warning signs should be taken very seriously. In contrast, Euades finds the concept inspiring, suggesting we lighten the mood with some stories and songs, but what should we do? Let off some steam. The situation is a tad too gloomy, so one might as well laugh about it. Bards began composing funny songs which became very popular, and Euades eventually adapted them into the Baron Keller's apocalyptic epic. Success was immediate, and the rummaging ordeal soon converted into a classic of local folklore. Sigrid Grandpierre and Paul Miller disliked. Oh. Wow. hammer. Well, we're not going to move anybody in until we build a bakery. Okay, so he can become a baker. So he can be the baker. And our little Blanche can do the mentor. Any skills apprenticeship is determined by its stars and its mentor's occupational potential. And the mentor's intelligent. Mentoring young delinquents can be tough. Depending on the number of students, your mentor has a chance to be stressed out. A student gains XP in the occupational skill, depending on that intelligence and their aspiration. If the latter is full, the student will get more XP. Aspiration may evolve after 3 evolutions if changes to an experience trait, which adds to stat and skill bonus. From the mentorship area, you may return at any given time for the production to the production area, and vice versa. Can he work in a bakery? Let's see. Let's put Polly in there for now. Since he was a big butcher, he can work in a bakery too. Okay. Seamstress. So somebody holding the baby, so who was it? So let's give them another child. And they're obsessed, so let's let them have another one. They haven't started on their first one yet. And either have they. No, Chloe and Solomon just had their first one, so they're good. And Annalise and Polly. Alright. And he's still having it there. Oh, goodness gracious. And they're mentoring student. So they're family. Mental. Okay. Anybody have a bad relationship? No. Okay. We're troubled. So Joan's having all of her essential needs met. But her red's not satisfied. So, Chloe and Salvador. So she wants to be baker too. So let's put her into the bakery. Oh, you 80s just died of hunger. Oh. In these times of dire famine, you 80s auto couldn't find enough food supply, deficiencies, weight loss, and general weakness finally got the better of this unfortunate villager who couldn't receive adequate help in time. May he rest in peace. So Victorian is raising Victoria. Okay. All right. It's raining cats and dogs. Last night, some good rain started pouring down on the village and surroundings, loudly pattering on the roofs and streets. While it may not be ideal to go for an outdoor stroll, there's no doubt that the crops are delighted. Well, there's that. All right, so we need to have a lumberjack, which we don't have a recruitment for a lumberjack yet, but do we have? We need the food, so we need another hunter. To solve a negative consumption production rate, you have two possibilities. Increasing production invest efficiency, which increases the basic amount of production by a worker. You can also buy a new worker slot and place a new worker there. Okay. So we can upgrade the amount that they produce and upgrade the efficiency needs. So let's upgrade the working conditions a little bit. Alright, so we can upgrade that. Selling production. And we'll upgrade the working conditions in there. So Adam and Sindred. Okay. Well, we can take Annalise out of here. And move him out. And put him in as a rat trainer. Since he qualifies as one. So he will have better productivity. And Annalise seamstress. So we can put Annalise as a seamstress. And we can put her as a mason. So we can put her back as a mason. We can take Dragomir out of there. And we can put her, since she's mason, so she's going to produce more. And we can put him in the hunter's cabin. Oh no. Okay, so let's take her out of there and we'll leave him in there, and let's put her as seamstress. There you go. So that takes care of that then. And we need recruitment for a lumberjack. And we've got one here. Before we do anything else, we're going to put him in the lumberjack part. So there. That gives us a couple of lumberjacks, a couple of masons. Then we're going to put her as a huntress, because we're going to need more hunters. So, she probably is a big war hunter, so let's put her as a huntress. And lumberjack. Aha, here we go. So she can be a lumberjack. After an increasingly never-ending marriage, Elise and Polly decided to break up and go their separate ways. Oh. Alright, and on that note, Okay, so let's click on the prestige. This is where prestige varied sources are listed. Here are a total of prestige activity produced mobile buildings. This is where the different objectives you may reach during the game are listed. Each reached objective gives a certain amount of prestige depending on its difficulty. This is where all passive productions of prestige are listed. Here you will find your total, which determines your reward at the end of the game. Okay. So we have nobles, couples, 0 prestige traits. Okay, so attractive town, we've only got 18 out of 50. Heart of gold, I am wood, and megapole. Okay. And we've got 8 out of 30 for King of Real Estate. And we've only got 6 out of 70. 800 for Money is Happiness. 100 couples, only 10. Education, 3. We've got 3 out of 50. So we have none of these. But we do have 18. So we've succeeded in the bare necessities. So we do have 200 prestige points for the bare necessities. Poetic vandalism. Over the past few weeks, Lakeburg received an increased amount of graffiti, most of it tasteful and artistically calligraphed, displaying cheeky poems charged with some youthful spirit and with undeniable artistic quality. Some people believe that Bethilde and Polly, both students and illuminations, are behind the creative mystique. Formalize this new form of art. The old generation is outraged. How can the whims of idle and rebellious youth be elevated to the status of art? This is a disgrace. Youngsters are more than pleased. The ruling class hardly ever listens to them or recognizes their value. Okay, so we've got a total of 200 prestige points. Okay. How many homeless do we have? Okay, so we need to build some houses. So Adam. And we need to build another one for Polly. There we go, since they were the 2 longest ones. So, and before we do anything else, let's put Polly to find his soulmate in Lakeburg. Do we want Polly and Victoria together? Because his husband didn't like him, but let's click on yes with Tender's gift. So let's see if they will actually work. Well, let's try them. So Victorian moved with Polly. Okay. Find your soulmate in Lakeburg. Okay, so, lineages work, so let's put this. And let's go with Tender's gift. Okay, so they've got one. So that gives us no more homeless. So let's go with Edmund and Annalise. What a great idea. Edmund and Annalise are having an extended conversation about the best bait for river fishing. Say, what about going up the hill to enjoy the moonlight? Okay, so what about, we'll do this one, attend the next step. What a delightful idea. Annalise loves to boo and lapidate people all the more that they're guilty. So they've got a 2 on the scale. Alright. Okay, so on that note, let's increase our bakery production a little bit here. And on that note, Edmund and Sigrid have become friends. And Sigrid. So they were acquaintances and then they became friends. Oh, Sigrid. Okay, so she has no Regina is her daughter, so that is a family symbol. There's only 2 people that she has a dislike for. Holly's her rival, and Adam is really not significant to her, but she has a hate on for Polly. Bowman is an acquaintance. She has an excellent relationship with Edmund. They became friends. And this is her other child. Okay. So we're going to go to houses. And they're a perfect match, so she's getting older, so let's maybe give her one more. So she can have another baby before she gets too old. And she's 41. They haven't had one yet. And let's unlock her. She's 36. So let her have another one. Bowen's 40, so let's let her have another one too. We'll unlock her in a minute. And then after that, I will end this because I can play this all day because I get right into it. But let's unlock her so that she can have another one before she's way up there. Alright, so we're going to leave it like that. Let's barter for some more gold. And let's recruit another huntress just before we get going here. Let's recruit a huntress. There we go. So we have more hunters. Alright, and then let's see. We'll marry her off. And we will get a man at the evening. Oh, perfect. Let's see how well they work out. Let's try it. It's one heart. And, well, so far, so they've actually may have had a bad affinity, but they actually have more hearts. So they got 3 hearts on the date. So let's give them a house. Alright, so we get in the house. After a seemingly never-ending marriage, Adam and Ermel decided to break up and go their separate ways on their own. Oh, good Lord. Okay, and on that note, I am going to end that. So on that note, I will end and then we'll do day 2 next week. So stay tuned for the second episode of the Let's Play Lakeburg Legacies, and let the drama continue.